Hey guys, my name is Jason. I'm the founder of Distress Loan Advisors. I'm here with my associates, Rosie and Gracie. And today I want to answer a question that actually Google proposed when I was searching something about EIDL loans. And the question that people are asking is, will EIDL loans ever be forgiven? And so I thought I would weigh in just to sort of put it out there. I don't have any inside information. Nobody at the SBA is reaching out to me to share their thoughts. But I do have some thoughts just based on my experience over the years when it comes to disaster loans and settlements. So, to answer the question, will EIDL loans eventually be forgiven? I think the answer to that is no. I don't think there's going to be blanket forgiveness like they did with PPP. And I know a lot of people sort of feel a sense of outrage over that. And because I see it in the comments here on my YouTube channel, which is, how come all these PPP borrowers got theirs forgiven and we can't? And I mean, honestly, my answer to that is, and I understand how you feel and why you think it's unfair, but there is a point that I do want to make about that. The PPP loans were specifically offered on the terms that they would be forgiven if the funds were used for the appropriate uses. This was not the case with EIDL loans. So, in other words, if you took an EIDL loan and you actually read the documents, and I know some people hadn't, these were never designed to be forgiven. Now, with that said, there is a difference between just automatic forgiveness or being designed to be forgiven, and then forgiveness when it comes to offer and compromise. Because you have to remember that for years and years, I've been settling SBA 7A loans, and those are always given on basically similar terms as the EIDL loans. So, in other words, 7A loans are given specifically without any sort of clauses or mention of the ability for them to be forgiven. But they do have an offer and compromise program where there is specifically a process where you can achieve partial forgiveness. So they don't just wipe the whole thing out. So you can't give them $0 and just have it go away, but you can make a settlement offer. So my point here is these no one ever said that these were going to be forgiven. So people who have the expectation or thinking that it's not fair, I hear what you're saying, but honestly, I don't completely agree with that. Here's what I think. I think that there is not going to be blanket forgiveness. What I think is going to happen is eventually they will start considering offering compromise. My fear is that the terms on which they're going to be willing to settle are going to be so onerous that most people are not going to really take advantage of it because it's going to be too expensive. They're going to want too much as a percentage of the total. And I say that because over the years with other types of disaster loans, like for wildfires or hurricanes or floods, I tried to settle those and they were like minimum 50% to the point where I just stopped handling them because nobody could afford the terms that they were asking for. And so given that EIDL loans are a form of disaster loan, my concern is that they're going to say, in name only say, yes, settlements are possible. Hold on. My associate wants to go outside. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm back. So, even when they did have an offer and compromise process in place for disaster loans, very few of them settled. And so, if I had to guess, that's probably what is going to happen with these EIDL loans. I mean, so that's what I think is going to happen. What I would like to see happen is that they treat these like they treat the 7A loans, which is, look, you prove to me that the offer that you're making truly is the most you can afford, and prove to the SBA that what you're offering them is the best alternative, not only for you, but for the SBA. They should be willing to consider it. And the reason I think that is, from a business decision standpoint, the SBA is really shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to this all or nothing approach that they have, right? Basically, they're telling people you need to pay us off or bring this current, otherwise it's being referred to the Treasury, as if the Treasury is going to have, tons of success with collections. And my experience is they don't. Most stuff that goes to the Treasury, they don't settle either, and they can garnish wages, but other than that, their collection efforts don't really have a lot of teeth. So yeah, so overall, I think eventually they will open it up. It remains to be seen how realistic they're going to be about settlement terms. But I just think that right now, in terms of forgiving them completely, I don't think the political will exists. If anybody followed the uproar with student loans, basically half the country, the Republicans said, stop giving away money. And so with an election coming up, I have a feeling that, well, I guess it'll be calculated, right? If Joe Biden commits to it because he thinks that that'll help get him some votes, then maybe there will be some movement. But I could also see Joe Biden not being willing to touch it because he's really looking for the moderates who are in the middle, right? And so there might be some people who are, say, moderate Republicans who or would not be in favor of that, and that's who he's courting. So maybe Joe Biden won't touch it or say anything. I guess time will tell. But anyway, I'm approaching 7 minutes, so I'm going to stop here. If you have questions, I do offer consultations. There is a link below that you can check out my website. You can book a case evaluation. You could view my 90 plus YouTube videos and my 300 plus articles. If this is useful to you, please share it with other people. The more subscribers I have, the more the Google algorithm likes me. Same thing with likes, same thing with comments. And also there is a Reddit, subreddit, and it's, I'll put a link to that as well. So if my information is useful and you haven't booked anything with me and you don't plan to, one way that you can help me is promote me on that subreddit, because people are always looking for answers. And if you point them in my direction, I can end up getting clients out of that. So it would be super helpful for me. That's it. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you on the next one.